Hi, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're watching this, and welcome to Thfc Till I Die and Spurs Between the Lines as me and Mia again come together to give our pre-match predictions, our pre-match thoughts ahead of the big game, of course, that the Eddie had on Sunday against Manchester City. And Mia, I liken this to a Rocky Four. That Tottenham are Rocky, Man City are Ivan Drago. But do you know what? I think we can cut them down. They're beatable. They're not this all conquering machine that everyone thinks they are. They can be beaten on their day. And I just think we've got a good record against Man City. We seem to be their bogey team. I just feel, do you know what? I just got a sneaky feeling with Christmas coming up and that it just may be our day. What do you reckon, Mia? And how are you anyway? And thank you for joining me.
Absolutely not. We're not going to, I don't think, beat them. I just think they've got too many fires to put out all over the pitch. They've got so many quality players. I'm good cold. Bloody cold at the moment.
It's bloody freezing over here too. I know what you mean.
I want to be.
Sorry, go on.
No, I really want to be positive, though. Do you know what I'm like?
Yeah.
My in my heart of hearts, I think okay, if we could possibly get a draw. Could we get a draw? But I was thinking that when we had our best 11. So now, without our best 11, I'm like, I don't know, man. It's really difficult. It's going to be difficult, really difficult game.
I get that, Mia. I get it with the injury list. I do understand that, but I don't know. I'm just always, I don't know. I just liken this to Rocky Four. I thought of it yesterday. I just thought this is a bit like Rocky Four. Ivan Drago, unbeatable. You know, he's beaten everyone. Man City are unbeatable. They've beaten everyone, done the treble. But this season seems a bit different for them. They seem beatable. And I know, Mia, look, look, the Man City are at the top of the game for a reason. They've got good players and a great manager. Not taking that away from them. I think we can beat them. I think we can. I think if we can't get a point, I think we can beat them. I think we can do them over Sunday. I just think it would be so Tottenham to go up there after 3 defeats on the spin and beat Man City. That would be so Spursy. But look, that's why I love football. This is why I love it because you and me, we both want to win, but we think, oh, can we? You know, with deep down, can we win? And I don't know. I think we can, but look, I agree with you. Man City are a different animal, but they're beatable.
Beatable if you play the way we used to play, like we used to play under Conte and under Jose. But when we're going to be, if we're going to go attack and toe to toe with them, then they've got so many good players, man. Like their players, it isn't just one player. You've got to keep quiet. It is several. Like it's just too many for us to be able to put out all those fires. Like they beat Bournemouth 6-0. They beat Man United 3-0. Like they're not on fire. If they want to finish you on their day, they can literally do the street fire, finish him. Like yeah, they can do that 100%.
Yeah, I do you know what? I just can't. I know what you're saying, but I'm just so sick of some of the negativity. I know you're not being negative, Mia, so please don't think that. But I'm so sick of the negativity. Oh, we're going to lose up there. We're going to lose 5-0, 6-0. Oh, Ange's. You hear all the crap going around. Ange needs to change his system. Ange needs to change it. If Ange sticks to his principles, if he changes his principles and his philosophy, that sends a message out to his players. Look, he doesn't believe in what he's preaching. He's got to stick to his guns. I understand you can't do that against Man City, but we've been so sick of defensive football, so sick of counter-attacking football. Even if we lose on Sunday and we play well, I think that, even that would be a good thing. And I was looking at Dave's thing, and he made a very good point in that, me. And I want to know what your thoughts on this are too. That it's now a chance for the squad players to prove their worth, prove that they deserve to be in the squad. Do you think it's a chance for some of these players to claim a spot now for the next few games over the Christmas period with all the injuries we have?
I guess, yeah. Probably the only one I would say has got really a thing to prove is probably the Celso because at one point we're going to have Romero back, and whoever's at centre back isn't going to probably remain anyway, or they're not going to get into the first team if we get another centre back.
Mm,
So it's probably only the Celso I would probably say who's got a chance, because once we've got Sam, Basuma, Bentancur back, it's unlikely that anyone else will get in over them. Um,
mm.
he'll rotate them, so they'll be the ones that be like put in and out, I believe, anyway. So no, I think probably, like I say, the only one that has got a real opportunity to prove his point is probably, in my opinion, the Celso.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's go into it, Mia. Let's kick into this, what it's about, the pre-match, the pre-thought game. Of course, it's been played at the Etihad tomorrow, 4:30 if in the UK, 11:30 Eastern Time, 8:30 in the morning, Pacific Time. So not bad times for everyone out there over in, I think, America and Australia. Your referee tomorrow is Simon Hooper. The VAR man is Robert Jones. VAR. I think they should scrap the whole fucking thing, but that's another show. Our last 5 games, we've actually got a good record against City. Actually, we've won our last 3 against them. Again, the last 3 out of our last 5. They've had 2 wins, us 3 wins. And last meet, Mia, of course, was on my birthday on the 5th of February last year when we beat them 1-0. So that was a lovely birthday present I got that day. I bought them a bit of luck, but yeah, last time we played them, we
Well,
won. We're 1-0.
if you look at all the overall stats, the scoreline, no matter how many games back you go, will always be in Manchester City's
Mm,
favour. They win a high percentage of the games when they score first. They win a high percentage of the games when they don't
mm.
score first. So when you look at all the statistics, if you go right back, they've actually got a better win record against us than maybe
I
people think, because
Yeah.
they have beat us, but
Mm,
it's just because recent times they have beat us at home, but at
mm.
their home they've gone 26 games
Yeah.
unbeaten at home.
Yeah.
So
Well, I've got another pre-record coming up with all the history with that as well, Mia. With with the longest games, we actually went a decade without beating Man City between 71 and 79. We didn't beat Man City at all in the 1970s in that decade. I couldn't believe that stat. That is shocking. And then we've only actually gone on an 8 game, and we've only beaten them in the. They haven't beaten it. No, our longest win rate was 8 games back in 2004 to 2009. We only won 8 games or 7 wins, 1 draw. We really have a really sketchy record against Man City. And as you rightly say, it's only since we moved into the new stadium that they haven't scored a goal against us at our home. And we've beaten them at home, but we just, big games against them, Mia, over the years. The Champions League with Peter Crouch getting the winner and all that. But we're going to go into that later on my history bit, the pre-record. Of course, Tottenham, if you want to watch it, of course, you do watch the watch along here. Mia will be watching it, of course, on one of her platforms, but you can watch the watch along here with me as I bring you all the latest, put it on the telly, and have me do the commentary for you. It is on Sky Ultra HD, Sky Sports Premier League, Sky Sports Main Event, and Sky Go. If you're in the United States, it's on Peacock and Scrim FC, and if you're in Canada, it's on Fubo TV in Canada. Now, if you like a bet, like I know Moondog does, I know a few of them do, these are the latest odds: 7-20 for Man City, 11-2 to draw, and 10-1 for Tottenham to win. That might be worth a few quid there, Mia. Put a few pound or a few euro
if
on
you
ten to
to
one.
bet, please bet responsibly. I do
Yeah,
not endorse betting, but please bet
yeah,
responsibly.
yeah. Would you stick a couple of quid on Tottenham to win 10-1? It's not little bad odds, actually.
I mean, if you've got the money and you can be responsible, then you're of course allowed to do so. But I don't feel like, I'm not going to comment.
No, no, well, look, 10-1's not a bad odds, actually.
No,
11
it's
to
not
2.
bad odds
No, it's not
because we're
bad.
not going to win it. So
I don't know. This is our injury list. We've got Ivan Perisic out with a knee injury, Mickey van der Ven out with a thigh injury. We've got James Maddison out with an ankle injury. We've got Ryan Segerson, who's always out, by the way, with a thigh injury. Solomon's out with a knee injury. Richarlison, I think, is now back in training, but he's not back until before Christmas with a groin, hip, and pelvic injury. Romero, this is his last game of suspension. Basuma is back. Papasar is out as well. Bentancur is out to February, and Alfie Whiteman, he's out until February too. So our injury list, Mia, is like, which window have we broken and which ladder have we gone under? I've never known an injury. We got the same injury list as Newcastle. 11 players out, both teams. It's shocking.
Yeah, but I think they had more first like starters probably.
Mm,
But I do understand like we had to put in players
yeah,
who, because other players got injured and then they would get injured, like the Charleston.
yeah.
So obviously, yeah, that hasn't helped.
It's just unlike now. This is the team that I think is going to start tomorrow. Mia agrees with me, and Mia nearly fell off her chair when I showed her this earlier. Not a Hoybier in sight. She actually nearly did fall. She went
I did.
sideways. Mia just passed out. She
Unbelievable.
came round. She thought, "Has Dermatron lost these marbles? Is he come over to the dark side? Has he come over to
All I
to
can say is unbelievable, Jeff.
unbelievable, Jeff? I love it when you say that. It is funny." Oh, by the way, just to let everyone, we will give you a Philip update. What's happening with him in Colombia? We have got an update, so we will let you know at the end of the stream what's happened to Philip. I'm gone for a Vicario on goal, Perro, Emerson, Davis, Destiny, the back four, Basuma, Lacelso, and Kulu in the midfield, Johnson, Son, Hill up front. Let's start with the back four, Mia. Look, it's a back four full of fullbacks. Um, Emerson did all right against the last game. I don't think he got enough praise. Do you think he did all right actually in the centre back, Emerson? Because
Yeah,
he did quite well actually against Villa.
when I was watching it, because you can watch him while he's not on the ball or
Mm,
while Joe, like when they zoom in because someone's coming up towards
yeah.
him and then they zoom in on him. But when I looked at him, I thought that he was running back really well. He was trying to get back. And although he made a couple of errors, I feel like he did actually do pretty well
Mm,
overall in that game when I went to watch it. And definitely watching it, like I say, you can see the whole view, so you don't just
mm.
pan in on one person. So it's good because you can see everything. And yeah, I think he did right. I think he did good. Like
Yeah,
wasn't perfect, of
mm,
course, because I think there was a bit of like like when they scored their goals,
mm.
but one of them was from a set piece, and then the other one it was like bish bash bosh. They got in Joe, like, and I
Mm.
think that there was probably a few players responsible for that.
I think Davis was responsible. But when Andrew was asked about Dyer, well, will you bring Dyer in? It was a big fat no. That really
I don't
shows, doesn't
think
it?
he didn't. Did he directly say no?
Yeah, he did. He actually said, Alistair Goes said he said no. I've seen the quotes of it. He said
Okay.
no. He's I don't know. I think he's seen Dyer for the one game and
Oh
thought
God, yeah,
that's
yeah. No, of course. I
yeah,
don't. I'm not disagreeing with him by a long shot. I'm just
yeah.
saying.
But that I mean, would you make any change? I know I asked you before the stream here, but you wouldn't make any changes there. And I
No,
don't think I would either. Look, we've got Basuma back, we've got Destiny back. Is that a big plus for us?
definitely. I think Adoji wasn't the best of him
Mm,
when we played against Villa, but he has just come back, and I'm giving him the benefit of doubt. He looked a bit lost sometimes on what to do. But I think the more game time he'll play, hopefully we'll get back to seeing the Adoji that we saw before he went away injured, because
mm,
he is very good. He gets up and down that wing. He's strong. He's quick. He's got everything, and he also does come inside as well to help out with midfields, which is obviously sometimes needed. And I think with Basuma as well, he helps with the covering of Porro
mm.
better than maybe another midfielder would. So I think that will help out down Porro's side too.
Yeah. I think so. Look, it's important that Hill and Johnson do the defensive work and help out the fullbacks. I think it's really important that we do. Look, it's a side. I think it's a balanced side. Look, I know the back four. It's not perfect, but I think it's a balanced side. I think the midfield looks good. I thought the front three need to work well together, which they sort of did against Villa, but not at the time. But we need to take our chances, Mia. We need to take our chances. We're not going to get many chances up there. So the chances we do need, we need to take our chances. Well, guys, that is it. That is the team we think is going to line up. Very quickly, Mia, before we finish off, what's your final thoughts on this game? Look, I'm going for a 2-1 Tottenham win. I think we're going to surprise them up there. I don't look. I've said it all season. Me and Philip did the watch along the Man City Chelsea game, and I've never seen a Man City defense as vulnerable looking as it has been this season. They, I know you got Haaland up front, and you got, but they are missing key players, and they look Without them key players, they look a bit easy to get at. And they seem to be relying on Haaland to get through. I know you're going to say they're beating Team 6-0 Mir, and
you know what their problem was is when they didn't have Rodri. Rodri is somebody, when they've got Rodri, he is a force to be reckoned with. Like,
he is.
He is a fantastic player. And so I feel when they've got him, I feel then they are strong because they've got him, they've got Haaland, they've got Silva, they've got Doku, they've got Foden. They've got players. It isn't just Haaland. They've got players that are all really good.
I've said it again, and I'm still by it, me. I'm not going to change from my opinion. I think Pep is looking at it and think, I want to retain the Champions League. I think that's where his main priority is. I honestly do believe that, and I've spoken to a few other people who sort of agree with it. A few people have disagreed with me, and look, it's my own thoughts. I just think
You're not in Pep's head. How do you know that? They always start off slow.
Yeah,
we've
but
seen this every season. They do this.
Everyone, it's the same when Man United was successful. Everyone's built this team to be, it's just Man City. It's just Man City. Look, we could look. Everyone's expecting us to lose tomorrow, and we probably will lose. But I'm not going into the game with that sort of defeatist attitude. I'm going into there thinking, right, if we can get a point, that's a great result. If we could get a win, that's fantastic. Look, I just think we can do them tomorrow. I just got this feeling we can do them tomorrow. Man City are not this all beatable team that everyone thinks they are. They lost 2 games in the bounce for the first time in the Premier League in a long time this season. I know they won on Wednesday night. They went 2-0 down. I know they won 3-2 against Chelsea. If that was last season, Man City would have beaten Chelsea out of sight. But it was 4-4. Okay, VAR probably helped them a little bit, and a few decisions went their way. But I just feel we can do it tomorrow. We might spring a surprise tomorrow. That's all I'm going to say.
Listen, I want us to. I want us to more than anything. I'll be the one saying I was wrong. I'm so happy. I'm absolutely elated that we got points of City. Of course. But my sensible brain is just saying, not going to happen. My logic of how many players they've got that are good versus our defence versus some of the players that we've got having to come in. We have to be clinical if we're going to get goals. Yeah. If it's going to be a draw, I think it'd be like a 3-3 draw. Because I think it's going to be we score, you score, a bit like it was in the Champions League. Yeah. Because that's how it was in the Champions League, which was a mad game. It was a mental game.
It's all about, isn't it, Mia, taking our chances. This is all about taking our chances. If we can take our chances, we might get something, but it's about taking the chances. But listen, Mia, thank you so much for doing this with me. I enjoy doing these pre-game thoughts with you. They're a lot of fun. Now, you're all asking what's happened to Philip Brady. Has Mia and Ash gone out to break him out? Well, the latest we've got is Mia just got back this morning from Colombia on her own, mind you. Ash didn't go. Ash chickened out. So Mia said, I tell you what, I'll do this myself. She was like the Michael Collins of our generation. She went out there with a gang with her brother Jack, and they'd got Philip Brady. He's now free. He's on a boat somewhere going down the Atlantic. So Philip Brady is coming back home, thanks to Mia, who broke him out of this Colombian prison. Do you want to tell people your experiences of breaking it? It was a bit hairy at one point. You nearly got kidnapped yourself, didn't you? But you got away with it. Fair play to you.
I mean, it's just what happens when you go and do these things. It's, it's fine. I dealt with it. I'm scrappy do, so you can't get me.
That's it. Well, listen, thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscription button, and we will be back later with a couple more pre-records, the history channel, a history side of Tottenham versus Man City, and also I'm doing another pre-record, an in-depth look at the team as well. So watch out for them. But thank you so much, Mia. Where can people find you, and what have you got coming up next on Spurs Between the Lines?
So I've already done my full preview. If you haven't already done so, please go and watch it. Then I will be back on Sunday with the girlies. We're doing a post-match, instant post-match reaction with me, Kate and Ellie. So that will be good to get our instant thoughts on there. And then Tuesday nights, I do another one with the girls where it will be us talking and maybe some guests. I think this week will be on. And Wednesday, I do my members show. So there's lots coming up. I've also got the 12 Days of Christmas coming up where I've got different YouTubers to come on and answer 12 questions you might not necessarily know about them. Things you might not know about them because on the general streams they might not answer or be asked these questions. I got told there's some good questions in there actually, so I'm really pleased. I think they're quite good questions to ask. So yeah, you'll find out a little bit more about about YouTubers maybe you didn't know.
Yeah. I know she didn't ask me to come on. I noticed
not
that.
yet. Who says I haven't? Who says I'm not going to ask you? I've got to set everything up to make sure, you know.
Don't forget you're one of your friends. Anyway, listen, on here, of course, we've got the watch along tomorrow. We've got the pre-records. We've got all the build-up, of course, to the Get Man City game. Then we've got the build-up then, to, of course, to the game in the week as well. We've got the post-match on Monday with Newsbeat every day at 4. And now back to every day. Sorry for the last couple of days. I haven't been well. I got a chest infection, so I've been hit and miss last week. So I do apologize for that. And also, I think this goes for Mia as well. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who supports this channel, who supports Mia's channel. It is a lot. You keep us going with super chats and memberships. We're not being bankrolled by big companies, me or Mia. So everything you guys give to us means a hell of a lot to us. So massive thank you to everyone as it's coming up to Christmas. So we will give you all the best content we can between now and New Year's Day. Mia, do you want to say, look, thank you to your subscribers as well?
Yeah, of course. I would if I wasn't if I didn't have people watching me, I'd literally just been talking to myself. So
yeah.
I appreciate each and every one of you, your interactions, your support, your lovely messages. Sometimes like on my comment section. I really do appreciate them. I do read all of them, so it is lovely to see sometimes. And also, it's nice to have conversations because sometimes it's a bit of back and forth between people, which is lovely. I like that. I like having those conversations with people. So I enjoy all of the interactions that I do have. As long as you keep it civil, that's all good with me.
Yeah, it is. And so a massive thank you to everyone. We will be back later with more pre-records, but we're back tomorrow, of course, at 4:15 with a watch along. Whatever you do, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Come on, you Spurs. In Big Ange, we trust.
Choo choo.
Thank you very much indeed, Mia. Really appreciated that. So thank you.
Need to stop recording. It says recording.
Shit. Oh, bollocks.